I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So today we're going to go through a variety of 5-star skill moves. We actually coincidentally have 5 of them to go through. And what I want to point out right away is that the easiest way for you to see what's going on with these, some of them you may be more familiar with than others. A few of you may be very familiar with all of them, but I do want to point out that 2 of them we're going to go through are called Hocus Pocus and the Triple Elastico. Those are far less utilized skill moves. So I think that at the very least, you guys will be interested in seeing how those are executed in the game, and you can see the animations for each of them. They're essentially the reverse of each other. So today we're going to go through the Elastico, Reverse Elastico, Ball Roll Scoop, Hocus Pocus, and Triple Elastico. And I really want to point out that the controller overlay in the top right corner is going to be our best friend for today, because it is impossible to sort of type out the inputs on our trusty notepad behind me. There's only so much that you can do in text. But the last thing I'll say about these moves is that, in my opinion, they are very effective when done well in certain situations. And they are the most rewarding skill moves to execute in the game, in my opinion. And overall, having a good understanding of these types of skill moves, as well as other ones, is the most satisfying skill gap in the entire game, in my opinion. So with that being said, let's dive into the game and go through all 5 of these 5-star skill moves. So first, we will do the Elastico. So here we have Karchawi. She is a left-footed player. So what you do is you use the right stick starting to the left side of her, and then rotate backwards 180 degrees to her right side. Start from the left, go to the right. Okay. Now, if you want to see how the strong foot changes, you can see here's Koman. So I have to do the opposite input. I have to go from his right. 1 second. You have to go from his right to his left because he's right footed. Now, reverse elastico is from their weak foot, same 180 degree motion from their weak foot to their strong foot. Ball roll scoop looks like that. Now, this is one of the most effective skill moves in the game, especially in wide positions on the pitch. So for wingers with 5-star skill moves, very effective. Okay. And you can see it done there again. Okay. One more there. So if it's kind of tricky, I would say keep replaying this segment to see exactly the angle of where my player's facing at the time, and exactly how quickly I'm performing a fake shot, and how the left stick is also moving during the execution of the skill move, because all those factors matter with the ball roll scoop. But if you get it down, it's actually pretty easy to use, although sometimes the inputs in this game do not register. It's a unfortunate matter of fact. It is always a thing. For some reason, it's only gotten worse over the years. For some reason, I don't understand why. But aside from that, if you practice this, I promise you, you're going to get good at the ball roll scoop. Now, Elastico and Triple Elastico. So what I've done is I've pulled up a second game. I've prepared a second game to go through the Triple Elastico and the Hocus Pocus. I'm going to try to demonstrate these many times because they are a little more complex to pull off, and they're seen and talked about a lot less than the other skill moves that we've just gone through for 5-star skill moves. So I think they deserve a lot more attention so you can sort of absorb what's going on. So I'm going to explain something really briefly before demonstrating these 2 skill moves. They both start with the right stick pointing in the opposite direction of where your player is facing. So the right stick always starts pointing downward before you execute these skill moves. That applies to both of these. And they're basically the reverse of each other. You have triple elastico, you have triple elastico, triple elastico, hocus pocus, triple elastico, triple elastico, hocus pocus, hocus pocus, triple elastico, hocus pocus, hocus pocus, hocus pocus, hocus pocus, triple elastico, hocus pocus, triple elastico, hocus pocus, So hopefully you get the idea. I think that pretty much, I won't belabor it too much. We'll just dribble around here the rest of this. So essentially, to perform the skill moves, you have to start with the right stick, facing the reverse of where the player is facing, right, downward. And then you perform a quarter turn to one direction, right? So a 90-degree turn in one direction backwards and to the side, and then a 180-degree turn in reverse back towards the direction you just came from. And the best way I can describe it or point it out is that if you keep picking certain segments where I'm performing the skill move successfully, replay them in succession, and you will see exactly what's going on. Because in real time, seeing different variations of it, it can be hard to really hone in on exactly what's going on. I hope that that was insightful in some way. Let me know in the comments if you're someone who is very familiar with all these skill moves, or a few of them, or one or two of them, or do you care to apply any of these skill moves or not? I'm curious. Otherwise, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.